The most famous philosopher in history hated democracy. Not a dictator, not a king. Plato. And 2,000 years later, his argument is still hard to kill. Today, let's do something almost forbidden. Let's take democracy off its pedestal and look at it. Not to burn it down, to understand what we're standing on. Because criticizing a system is not the same as attacking it. Problem number 1, the losers. Every election produces two groups: the winners, who get the country they voted for, and the losers, who get it too. 51% decide. 100% must live with it. That is the deal we all silently signed. Now imagine the result is 50-50. A single vote tips a whole nation. Half the country overruled by a coin flip. 70-30 sounds better, until you remember that 30% is millions of people. Millions who now live under rules they rejected. At 90-10, we'd call it consensus, but elections almost never end 90-10. They end close, and close means half a nation governed against its will. Problem number 2, the information. Democracy has one core assumption, that voters decide freely based on what they know. Informed citizens making informed choices. But where does what they know come from? The media. And who owns the media? Follow the money, and too often you find a party at the end of it. A megaphone dressed up as a mirror. It doesn't say, "Vote for us." It says, "Here is the news." Chosen. Framed. Timed. What to show. What to hide. What to repeat until it feels true. The voter feels free. The menu was written before he sat down. And whoever writes the menu decides the dinner. So the free choice at the ballot box was cooked somewhere else, long before Election Day. Problem number 3, and this one stings. Everyone votes. The person who reads for hours every week, 1 vote. The person who couldn't name a single minister, 1 vote. The person who doesn't care at all, 1 vote. Equal weight, 0 requirements. 1 person, 1 vote. Beautiful and terrifying. Now try this thought experiment. We're building a bridge, and we decide the concrete mix by public vote. Engineers get a vote too, of course, but there are only a few of them. So the experts are simply outvoted by people who have never seen a blueprint. Would you drive across that bridge? Of course not. So here is the question. Why do we accept this for bridges, but demand it for countries? Choosing who runs a state is at least as important as concrete, arguably more, because the elected government approves the bridges. Bad politics upstream means bad concrete downstream. Corruption does not start at the construction site. It starts at the ballot box. The unqualified vote doesn't just pick a face on a poster. It eventually stands under every bridge in the country. This is exactly what Plato said. He called the state a ship. Would you let the passengers vote on how to navigate? Every passenger equal. Every opinion equal. Every storm fatal. Or would you want a captain who studied the sea? For him, the answer was obvious. Rule by those who know. And for 2,000 years, that idea has refused to die. Today it has a name: Epistocracy, rule of the knowledgeable. Weighted votes, voter exams, expert councils. Some countries even experimented with pieces of it. And here, honestly, the problem bites back. Who writes the exam? Who decides which experts count? Whoever holds that pen holds the country. And history shows what people do with that pen. Every system that promised rule by the best ended as rule by those who declared themselves the best. That is why Churchill's old joke survives. Democracy is the worst system, except all the others we've tried. Maybe. Or maybe we just haven't designed the others yet. So let's end differently today. Not with an answer, with an open problem. The same problem Plato left on the table. If not this, then what? Design a system that is more expert without becoming a dictatorship of experts. More informed without someone deciding who counts as informed. Fix the 50-50 problem. Fix the megaphones. Fix the bridge. The comment section is open. And this time, that's not a phrase. It's the whole point of the video.